let's now get to the big question. Gregory and Janine.
Okay.
Okay.
When you first read that episode where they finally kiss, I'm sure you had a lot of questions for the writers and for Quinta.
Yeah.
Like, okay, we doing this?
Yeah, that's what was like, all right, so now? Okay. When I read it at first, I already, my first thought before I even formed an opinion was like, I gotta call Quinta, we'll figure this out. Because when I read it, I was like, okay, so they're in a room, and there's some flowers there. And I guess the flowers are nice, and that's what, until I walked into it and I saw it. And I saw what the set deck did, and it made complete sense. And then when we shot that scene, it was like right before our Christmas break.
Yeah,
and it was just, everybody else had wrapped, and it was just Quinta and I had that last scene, and Randall Einhorn, who shot the pilot and has shot so many episodes that you love, is just brilliant. He worked on The Office for a bunch of years. He let us shoot it like a play for 3 hours. And it just came together like butter. And that's when I was like, no, now is the right time. People are ready for this.
Yeah.
Was it in the script that she grabs your lanyard?
That was a Randall note.
Yeah. That was Randall.
Randall was like, grab the lanyard, and Quinta was like, I'm not sure. That's a lot for Janine.
Yeah.
She was like, that's a...
It worked though, didn't it work?
But it did, because it was this moment of growth that you saw with her.
Yeah, for drunkenness, she was drunk.
Oh, they're like 2 Janine and Gregory moments this season that I really love and mean a lot to me. It's that one, and then there's one more that's coming. Yeah. And you'll know it when you see it.
Yeah, because we're still waiting.
Yeah.
That whole week though, it was so weird because first of all, from reading when we were at table read, Cheryl vocalizes throughout the table read. So we would get to the part where they were talking to each other, and Cheryl's going, and then the kiss happens. She's like, ooh. And then afterwards, they're like, no, it meant nothing. And she was like, oh. I was like, Cheryl, you're not in this. But we were, the whole week, I remember talking to them and going are you guys okay? Because they're buddies. So to know that they had this big scene coming up, I didn't want to say too much, making you feel weird, but I was also like, you guys all right? Are you doing okay? How you feeling? Are you all right?
It's great because the first day I met Quinta, we were shooting a show called The Black Lady Sketch Show. And I think before we even spoke a line to each other, there was a kiss there. So this has kind of always been part of our weird work dynamic.
Yeah.
But it was, what was so great about it is that I think we both really care about Janine and Gregory so much. Allowing ourselves to just kind of settle into them and let them be awkward in these moments and all of that. It's weird coming out of the scene. It's almost as if you're talking about a different person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When we would come out of it, we were talking about these little moments that they had in the midst of this. And I think it's really hard to, have this kind of a burn on a show that's a network show and does so many episodes and all that. But the writers and I think that particular dynamic make this super easy.
But I want them to get into therapy.
I
need Gregory in therapy for himself.
Yes. He
Janine.
Does need it, yes.
Doesn't he though?
He does.
He's got daddy issues and all of that.
Yeah. He's a little tightly wound.
And I need Janine to get into therapy for herself because she's got mommy issues.
That's true.
And sister issues.
That's true.
And when these 2 people come together, I want it to last.